I'm the Prince, and this is my partner here.
Mula.
Mula. Yeah. You
Grabbing me.
have, you have your music, the rhythm, the vibe to it, is a mixture of old school, new school. It has its own. In fact, your music, it's its own craft on its own. It's not like all the everyday music that's being released right now. So it's amazing. So what's the inspiration behind it, and even what's the inspiration behind your name?
Yeah.
That's a great question. Well, the inspiration behind both are my love for my wife and the love that every man should have for his partner, and the respect and the adoration that he should place. So I'm her king, she's my queen, and I make music strictly for her and for other kings to relate to.
Yeah, that's really, really amazing, and that's so good. So how long have you been singing? When did you start singing? When did everything come to you? This magic and all.
Oh, thank you. That's great. Well, I've been actually rapping for 20 years, so maybe a little bit over 20 years. And I just found my voice as a singer this past 2 years, singing to my wife. I come from I listened to this clip from Jelly Roll where he said him and his whole family, he never knew he could sing either, because when his whole family sung together, they sung like a bunch of, wild dogs. And that's kind of how I felt like in my family. So I never knew that I had any kind of voice at all until just recently. I've been exercising this new direction, and I'm really comfortable with it. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy the songwriting inside of singing. So I've been singing, and I've been rapping for about 20 years, singing for about 2.
Oh, I see. So since you started doing it, what have been the challenges you've been facing actually? Have you faced, just share with us your challenges, coming up.
That's a great question. Well, during COVID, it shut down all of the live venues. So doing live shows became null and void. So you had to really focus on different marketing strategies to really become noticed and heard online. So that was a big hurdle for us to jump. But luckily, my wife is a marketing specialist. So she gave me some tips and tricks, and I've been learning how to market music my whole life independently. So we just, put our nose to the grindstone and just really had to create a different online presence and branding. So that was really important and really challenging. And also just always trying to be authentic to yourself and never chasing the newest fads or what's popular. Always, staying true to what you like as an artist, and knowing that everything else will just come, and then the other people, hopefully they like what you like as well.
Mile, your goal, you're doing it. So what do you intend to achieve at this point? What do you intend to achieve? What's that goal you have?
Well, my goal is really just to have my message be shared with the world. I really just want to leave a legacy for my children, for other people to hear later in life, and to really have like a lamp light to say, this is the way to treat your queen. This is the way you treat your family. This is a good man and someone I can look up to. And I just want to maybe hopefully leave a stain on the world like that. And in my life, I just want to just be a good father and be able to provide for them with the passion I love. So I just want to be able to do what I love to do and what I feel like I was created for, and be able to monetize that and earn a living to feed my family as well.
Exactly. So, well, Ben, you must have had a very, very, very great role model. So who is your role model actually? I really want to know that now.
So like role models in real life, I would say would be like Grant Cardone, or like John C. Maxwell, or like the Dalai Lama, Buddha, peaceful people, and in music, I would say it would be like Biggie, Nas, Big Pun, all of the New York greats, maybe some Low, maybe some Southern greats like Ludacris, or just some fundamental great artists. But like lately, I've been inspired by artists like Tizo Touchdown, and like he's an amazing artist. And once again, I'll mention Jelly Roll, just because his journey from hardship as an artist as a young man to where he become now, to winning 3 country music awards on the same night and transitioning into a totally different genre, it really resonates with me, because I'm going from hip hop into more of a R&B and pop and modern contemporary genre as well. So that really inspires me and resonates with me. And yeah,
So
I'd
now,
say those characters there.
yeah, now I get it. Listening to your music now, a little bit of old school, a little bit of new school, a little bit of R&B. It's all coming in. I think you're going to have your own genre. At in no time. Because you are actually making music. From the best perspectives, and you're choosing from the best. Because the way when I listen to your song, it's like old school and then new school plus a little bit of like the love vibe in it as well. It's all combining. And this is something new. It's a very interesting outcome. You get when you make your music this way, and that's why it's going to be very catchy. A lot of people is going to really engage with it. So now let's say if you have an opportunity to actually be on the feature track with a big artist, who would you choose? Which artist would you want to be in the song right now?
Um, yeah, I would really love to do a song with a couple people from a couple different genres. So
Yeah,
once again, Tizo Touchdown, if I was to touch into that modern
yeah,
day rock, young, youthful sound,
yeah.
to tap into that, old soul country element, I would really, really be grateful to do a song with Jelly Roll. That would be like a dream come true. Also, Jadakiss, like that
Yeah,
would definitely like show that I can like be up there with the big boys. Like Jadakiss is a forefather of our industry, and I know that I can hold my own with him. So to be able to be on a track with him would be fantastic.
yeah. I get it. So during these years, for music and everything, have you ever had an opportunity that presented itself to you, but for some reason you turned it down, and looking back today, you regret it, like you wish you didn't turn it down?
Well, I have had a pretty big opportunity that I had to turn down for an event that I could perform that's going to be in next week, actually. But I'm going to be in Atlanta doing a totally different type of event for my wife's craft. I also own a videography and media company, so I'll be covering a large event in Atlanta. So I won't be able to perform at this event, but I will be working my other business over here. So I don't regret it very much, because this is a great, huge opportunity for my other craft and my other business. So nothing that I regret yet, but definitely have had some opportunities I've had to turn down. Absolutely.
Okay, okay, but anyway, there's nothing to regret because you're still going the same direction. Whether you choose to go to Atlanta, you choose to stay back and follow the other event, you're still chasing your dream. So yeah,
Right.
you must be in one place at one time, not two places at one time.
I also believe that you're always where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. So I believe that any missed opportunity might just be a missed roadblock. So sometimes the great opportunities that are given to us sometimes might not always be what's best for us at that given time. So it's always wise to look at it like that from a positive point of view.
True, true. That's
Positive point of view.
true, true. That's really true. That's really, have you ever felt like you want to give up on music? Have anything ever hit you so hard that you feel like, this is it, this
Just
I'm
a
there.
million times. Just a million times. Every artist goes through imposter syndrome, or can I even do this? Is my music any good? Do people even listen to me? And we just have to, creatives like us, like myself, we just have to power through that and say, this is what we chose to do. It's in our blood. If we were to not do it, any creative that says, I want to be a musician, if you don't chase it, it'll just haunt you. So
exactly,
You just
exactly.
keep chasing it. Every time it tries to, like that feeling comes and approaches, you just got to knock it down and keep moving forward.
Exactly. So, with all this, inspiration, all this enthusiasm, and all the experience you had, I think it would be best that you advise the upcoming artists, give them some advice, because a lot of people come up, and they usually come up with the idea that once I make this music, one or two or three, I'm just going to be very big superstar, they don't understand that all these take steps, there are steps, and it's a progress and consistency that you actually you have to be consistent actually to reach there. So what do you advise the upcoming independent artists right now? What's your advice to them? So they don't give up and then they stay.
Absolutely. You just said it, consistency. What I always tell people in both the music industry and whatever else that you do is that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. So it doesn't matter how talented you are or you think you are. If you're willing to put the work in, if you get up early and you stay out late and you're grinding, and you never take no for an answer, and you just follow your dreams and not what other people's opinions are of what you should do, then you'll make it.
Exactly. So I wish the audience right now you listen to him and you hear what he's saying. This is exactly how it's supposed to be. Hakeem, can you share with us? Tell us about yourself. Tell us about your music. Tell us what to expect this year. Your single, your album, what it is you have cooking right now in the kitchen. Everyone is hungry to know. So just share with us everything.
A little bit about myself. I'm a father of 8. I have 4 boys and 4 girls. I'm happily married and I absolutely love music. I do this full time. What to expect? Like I said, we got a great Christmas music, a Christmas song coming out this year in November. We've got a full album coming up in the beginning of the year. It's going to be chock full of different type of elements, a few feature artists. I can't name them yet, but this is going to be a fantastic development coming up this year.
Yeah, everyone go subscribe to his YouTube and follow him on Instagram, follow him on Spotify because you don't want to miss any of his songs. You don't want to miss anything. And I personally say his music is top notch. It's the best music you ever listen to. Once you listen to it, you'll get hooked on it. You'll get hooked on it. So now, can you how do I say? Can you tell everyone about you? What's the background? For your music, and what's the inspiration behind it? Because we want to know what inspired you to make the song or your single that's on Spotify, Show Your Thing, So we want to know what inspired that song. We want to know everything, We want to know when you're singing, what is it? What is it you're thinking about? What's that behind it? What's the motivation behind it? We want to know you.
So me, I come from Pontiac, Michigan, which is just an offshoot of Detroit. So it's a real ghetto town. I came up really, really poor. And my oldest brother was a musician and he used to open up for a lot of big acts. So when I was 9 or 10 years old, my other brother, Andrew, who's 2 years older than me, him and I used to be just in awe of my oldest brother, just opening up for acts like Esham and different big names in Detroit. And so we started writing at a very young age. And my middle brother, Andrew, that's 2 years older than me, he's always been my inspiration because he's just like a songbird. He writes. And he's always pushed me to follow my dreams and always found different shows for us to perform when we were just kids. So he opened my eyes to what was possible. And so I never let go of that dream, even though I have had to stop music for long periods of time and just build businesses to feed my family because life doesn't stop just for the starving artist, especially once you have children. And then when I found my wife 3 years ago and got married, the way that she made me feel in my heart, I never felt that feeling before, and it just opened me up to a totally different way of expressing myself and expressing my love. So instead of having all this music that told about the struggle and the hardship of Pontiac and the drug game and the gang violence and what I grew up living in, now I get to share my experience of love and my heart being full and and with the experience of being a father for so many years, like what it takes to be a good dad and be a good role model and to be a good pillar of our community. And so when I wrote Do Your Thing, it's just like a tip of the hat to my wife and to all the other beautiful hardworking women out here that are really just doing their thing out here, that are holding it down for their family, that are being, you know, humble and respectful of their man, and they don't show themselves on the internet, and they're respectful in their community, and they can earn a living. Those women are just, you know, far and in between. They're superstars, and luckily I have one, and it's just, I just wanted to shine a light on all that she is. So that's what that song is.
I am inspired right now. I am inspired right now.
Thank you.
And I love this so much. You know? Yeah. Now I understand the reason behind this song, and I feel it so much. So when I listen to it, I can be able to relate with you. You know, that's why music is beautiful. You know, because when you
Absolutely.
listen to music and you actually know the reason behind the artist, actually, it makes it even much more interesting to listen to. You know, when you listen to it, you can relate, and then you can, you know, this is why I love music. This is why I enjoy music. And when I talk to people about music, the passion is there, you know, and I really love it. Then
Absolutely.
one more question, you know. When it comes to music, what do you love more? Do you love the lyrics or just the beat? What's more important, you
That
know?
is a great question. That is
Yeah,
a great question. Now, so for me, the beat, you have like the beat, I have to have it speak to me, like literally speak to my soul. I need to like feel that there's words in this music, and it's talking to my spirit, man. And then it's the cadence that we as an artist create with our lyrics and our voice that we marry to that beat. Now it's that marriage of cadence and beat that create the magic. And then you sprinkle on the message with the lyrics, with the actual lyrical content, and
yeah,
that's how you create something magic. So I
yeah.
believe that it's one without the other is pretty naked, and it
This
needs it all to become a
this
baby.
this is in fact, this is the answer, you know. There's no one that can beat this answer right now. The answer you just gave, no one, you know, you spoke about it and the passion is in it, you know. That's the way, you know, I think about music, you know. Not like the music of these days, you know. Most of the new school music, you know, is just mainly the beat, but then the lyrics is
Right,
there is nothing to it. It's just repetition of words. But back in the day, you know,
right.
when Nas, you see the songs Nas, man, you know, they have full meaning to them, you know. You're enjoying the beats and you're enjoying the lyrics, and it's real music, you know. And I miss those days.
They're
I miss,
married.
yes, it comes to, as you say, you know, you marinate, it comes in when it season. This is what it's about. It's like food for the soul.
Absolutely.
That's real music. You know, I'm really really grateful that we have you here today, and believe me, I'll be looking forward to all your releases. You know, whatever is coming out, I'm just going to be your first fan. You know, that's going to be streaming. You know, as soon as it's out, I'm going to be streaming it. You know, non-stop. We're really grateful to have you here, and I know for sure that
Very human.
this is not the only interview we're going to have, because believe me, I know we're going to have another interview and more, because things will be much more better. And I will really want to ask you questions on how the progress is. And
Going to be heating up.
yes, I'll be happy to share with people that, well, it's going good, it's going fine, it's really doing good. You know,
Good.
I really love to
Awesome.
have that information firsthand. You know, I love that.
Maybe next interview with your wife, maybe.
You see, she's talking about
Absolutely.
graduation.
Yeah, she's a public speaker. She'd love to be on next time, and that would be a great interview.
Yeah, I really appreciate it that you're here. I really, really do appreciate it. You
Thank
know.
you so much.
Please, can,
I
can
really
you can
appreciate it.
you yeah, can you say your Instagram handle, you know, and your Facebook handle, whatever, so people can know how to connect with you as well.
Yep. Absolutely. We'll make this real easy. You can find me at herkingmusic.com. Everything you need to know is there. All of the links are there. herkingmusic.com. Go check it out.
All right, you are ahead the man. You are ahead the man. You know? So check him out, and please subscribe to his channels and everything. Follow him on Instagram and Twitter, everywhere you can. Stay updated with his music because it's the best. Once you listen to it, you'll get hooked. Yeah.
I can't explain why there's so much pain going through my body and my brain. This is so insane. This ain't even something that is really even have a name. But it's hurting all the same. Thinking, what if we got separated? I can't even breathe right now. What if we got separated?